This article is coming from CNBC. Here are our four best stocks and four worst stocks of the first quarter. So, as we know, the Nasdaq's in a bull market. S&P is not doing too shabby as well. Dow Jones is probably taking third place, and the Russell's probably taking the fourth place, as it has a lot of the smaller companies that are affected by interest rates. Also, a lot of regional banks are in the Russell 2000. So the four best stocks. Well, we know about Nvidia, right? It's been riding the AI wave and the Chat GPT theme. We know about Meta, right? Meta's up, according to this, 76%. Wow. Mark Zuckerberg is for real with regards to the year of efficiencies. He has shut down NFT projects, shut down the metaverse projects for now to focus on profits, and Wall Street is loving those initiatives. Who else we got here? AMD. Haven't really heard about AMD, but I'm sure it's also riding the coattails of Nvidia. So it's probably I would say the number two player behind Nvidia when it comes to um, high performing chips. Let's see who else we got here. Salesforce. They had a surprisingly good quarter, and the stock rose, according to this, 12% the following day. Um, this was on the heels of, I guess, some Wall Street or some activist news wanting to come in and you know spark up the stock and the company, but they had a great quarter. And I think they also announced that their operating margins, profit margins, were going to be higher than normal too, which was also benefited the stock's rise in price. All right, so the losers. Um, Halliburton, it's a oil service company. Who else is a loser? Devon Energy, oil again, right? And J&J. Shockingly, J&J is in the healthcare industry, and typically when you go into recessions, healthcare is seen as a defensive sector, and J&J is one of those defensive stocks. So we're going to look at their fourth one, Honeywell. Okay, Honeywell. I guess it's an industrial stock. Let's see if we can pull some news. Um, so we're going to analyze the four worst stocks because I have not really looked at any of these stocks. So we're going to start with Halliburton. Uh, Halliburton, if I could spell it. Let's see. HAL. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with the monthly chart. We can see that since last year, there's been some selling pressure at the $40 mark, and for March, it's been selling off, denoted by this most recent red candle. So I'm going to look down and to the left and see if I can see any potential um, buyers. This might be an area here. So I'm going to color that red, as there may be some weekly buyers. Let's see. Let's look at the volume. Volume was okay, not the greatest, but this was the origin of the strong move up to $42, and you also took out a pivot high. So, and when price came back down, it nipped the top end of the zone and then pulled back away. So that's a decent area. We're going to say it was at 22. Um, Weekly buyers at 22. I love the zone. Actually, I'm going to set an alert. Okay, let's go on to the next stock. I think it was Devon. So you can see the theme, right? Devon's another energy stock. Um, I guess it's been years since I looked at Devon. Um, this is a monthly chart. You had a rally in price. You had a basing, then a strong move higher, taking up the pivot high to the left, and it did work out when, yep, pandemic 2020, when the world shut down. No need for oil. um, this seller zone did not work out. All right, so we're gonna take off all the drawings, start from scratch. All right, so we're gonna say 80 is a monthly seller's zone. Right, you had a drop in price, doji candle, and then a drop in price. We'll say $83, $82. Okay, so we're gonna look at current price. Go down to the left, look for buyers. Maybe below this wick at 36. Might be something closer. So let's just go down to the weekly chart. As you can see, current trend is down. Price is making low highs, low lows, low highs. Let's see here. Let me just go back up to the. So I was saying roughly below this wick here at 80, 35. 35. Okay, we have a gap that needs to be filled. You know, this might be an area where you look at volume of these candles, relatively high relative to the candles to the left and right. Um, that's at 28. We're going to go down to the daily just to see what it looks like. Okay, current price 44. Oh, my eye just gravitated to this little area here. Um, Technically, it's not fresh because price did pull back, entered the area, and then shot away, but it didn't penetrate the area by more than 50%. So we're gonna say that's a pretty good level to lean on at say $35. Let me just go down and see if there's anything else here. No, I think that's good because I think price is currently at $50, right? What's going on right here? Let's go to the 4-hour chart. $48 is what we want to look at. $48. Just looking at this little area here on the daily chart, but I think nothing special. Alright, we're going to go back to the weekly chart. Yeah, so if price can decline another $15, this would be a good area to go long. Let's look at the trend line. That won't bother. Okay, the other one was what was the other stock? Oh, J and J. Okay, and then the other stock was Honeywell. Okay, J and J. All right, let's go to the monthly chart. I think this was the pandemic lows. Because I had a weekly buyers down here. Let's just look at that real quick. Guess it never got hit. Okay. Now this one you can't see the structure. It's not a picture perfect structure. Just trying to think why I had it marked off. Maybe because of this long long extended range candle. Had some basing and then shot up higher. Tried to pull back to the zone. Could not. So that potentially told me that they were buyers at that level. All right. I'll leave it on the chart. We're going to go to the monthly chart. Looking at these wicks here at the 150 level. You could say this is a flip zone. What was resistance now is becoming support. Not the best looking resistance support band, but we'll leave it there. Let's go down to the weekly chart. Looks like the deceleration down is slowing. Maybe because it's hitting this, what was previously resistance is now support. Alright, let's go down to the daily chart. See if we can find an entry. I don't see any real sellers on the daily chart until we get to say the 168. Daily sellers 168. Potentially price is going to break out shortly. It's been range bound since the beginning of March. But like I said, the deceleration down has ended. Potentially you can have a breakout. retest of that breakout, and then a move higher to the daily sellers at 168. Okay, let's go to the last one, Honeywell. My eyes gravitate to this area here. Had a strong move higher, basin candle, doji, doji, then a rally higher, taking out the pivot highs to the left. So we'll say that we have monthly buyers at the 160 level. And top side, I won't mark it, but hit a green arrow, a rally, he had a basin candle and a drop. Prices attempted to get back to the highs, but then it just dropped. So we'll say we have sellers, monthly sellers. At the 234 level. Alright, let's go down to the weekly. Not the greatest level to short from, but nevertheless it worked. Currently, you could say price action is sideways. Bias is down. You had a crossover of the 13, 7 moving average over the 26. So it's bearish. Price did not fill this gap. Have another gap below that. So let's just go down to the daily chart to see if there's any type of setup. No, I don't see any setup. You know, price is below the 200-day moving average, which is the yellow. Potentially in a couple of weeks, you might have a def cross where the 50 crosses over the 200. We'll see. If I zoom back out to the monthly chart, you know, the play would be to go long if price makes it from 190 to 160. Otherwise, price is in the middle. And on the daily chart, did not see any setups. So we are entering the second quarter. Starting this Monday. The question is, can tech continue to rally? Don't know. That's what's great about the markets. Um, what you think you know, you don't know. Um, Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.